I always wondered what would happen when I died, so I faked my death and waited to see how my wife would react.
What a relief.
It wasn't what I expected at all. I was a powerful Hollywood producer, and word of my death quickly leaked out to the media.
I had to Google him to remember what he was famous for.
But the damn Zoomers couldn't even respect such a loss. I drove up to my house and saw my wife talking on the phone. There wasn't even a tear on her face. Where's the grief, the respect? I was the one who made her a star. She lived in a fancy house, used all of my connections.
No, he didn't die from the news. I took my time with that conversation.
What? What news she was talking about? I went to see Mike. He owed me one. My wife was starring in his movie, and he almost went gray when he saw me. However, I didn't have time to explain. What does my wife do on the set? Is she seeing someone? Mike told me that he didn't want to start any rumors, so I grabbed his phone and called my wife. She seriously screwed up. Fire her! I rubbed my hands, imagining her begging Mike not to do it. But then he cancelled the call.
No, Howard, I won't do it.
I pushed him against the wall and reminded him of how much I'd done for him. But the creep had his own version of the event.
Yeah, but you were selfish. You stole my ideas. And when you got your rewards, you didn't even mention me.
I let him go. I didn't want to get my hands dirty. I'd get what I needed from the most loyal person I knew, my mother. As I turned out, news of my death had reached the nursing home.
Nurse! I think the pills are having a side effect.
I told my mother that I was still alive and asked her if she knew anything about my wife's secret conversations. Surprisingly, my mother told me that she was aware of my wife's secret, but she wouldn't reveal it. I didn't understand why.
What did you do? You faked your death without even thinking of your loved ones. You wanted to see the tears, the grief. That is so selfish.
It became clear that my wife didn't waste any time brainwashing everyone. I had to go home and talk to her face to face. I know you have a big secret. Why don't you tell me what is it? Her answer was what I expected. She told me that we would have to decide how to live with a third person. And who is this third person? I will not tolerate your affairs.
I'm pregnant, Howard. The third one is your baby.
As it turned out, my wife hid her pregnancy from me. I was child-free and thought of films as my children. A piece of me that would stay after I'm gone.
That's why I was relieved. I wanted this baby, but I didn't know how to tell you about it because you're so self-absorbed.
My wife said that she couldn't handle raising the child on her own, and that I should think about what I wanted to leave behind.
I think you learned a lot about yourself today.
I made my choice and became a full-time father to my child. Thanks to my fake death, I realized that I had been doing things wrong. Money and power only fed my ego. So, the time I had left, I decided to spend it on more important things. When you take a step forward, turn around and look at the footprints that you left behind.
I was cheating on my sugar mama, and she didn't even notice it. One day, I brought a child home, and the kid looked exactly like me. I told her that he was my brother's son, and she believed me. The next morning, Heather didn't want to get up to take care of the crying baby.
I'm sorry, dear. I'm not very good with children.
However, I knew how to talk her into it. A few compliments, some words softly spoken in her ear. It never failed. Heather got up and I immediately started looking for my smartphone. I had to call the baby's crazy mom and give the child back to her before my ATM lady got suspicious.
Leah, stay down.
I saw my smartphone in Heather's hands as she read my conversation with the boy's mother.
This woman wrote that she doesn't want the baby. Isn't he your brother's? Did you cheat on me?
Any other woman would have kicked me out, but not Heather. I blamed her for having the baby. I told her that she went on business trips way too often, leaving me alone without any love or care. I missed you so much. That's why I ended up with another woman. Heather felt guilty. She decided to retire and spend every day with me. At one point, her constant presence started bothering me. Fortunately, a cute babysitter was hired shortly after. And while Heather was busy renovating the nursery, I was busy taking care of the babysitter. However, I failed to take one thing into account. The whole house was full of baby monitors. And we got caught red-handed. Heather proved to be a complete fool again. Her behavior was quite odd, and she surprisingly suggested that we should get married.
You have to understand that we are as one. We are a family. So, will you marry me?
I said yes, because that would be my golden ticket. I took the time to prepare a surprise for the old lady on our wedding night.
I'm also preparing something for you, hubby.
When the time came, Heather entered the bedroom and threw some divorce papers at me while pointing at the door. I quickly realized that she needed us to get married in order to get custody of the child. Even though I got kicked out of the house, I threatened to come back for the property of the child. However, Heather hired the best lawyers in town, and I was left with nothing. I was homeless and unemployed. And my sugar mama became the sole guardian of the child. I tried to get everything back, even begged her to forgive me. Think about it. It will be hard for you to raise a child on your own.
I can handle it. I had 2 children. So I'll raise the little, and you'll have to take care of your own life.
Remember, insolence has no limits until you make them clear.